saw off the comeback from the Welshman to go through 6-3 with a 96.7 average. And Brendan Dolan, 2011 World Grand Prix winner, known as the history maker after that perfect 9-darter with the double-in format they employ in the tournament in Dublin. Won 2 ranking titles last year as well in Wigan and Barnsley, and made his way into the top 16. Brendan Dolan 4-3 up on the head-to-head between these two. They haven't met since December 2012 at a Players' Championship event in Minehead, where Justin won 10-8 in the last 16 there. But it was Justin who won the throw for the nearest the ball to go first in this best of 11. All of the matches right the way through until the final, which will happen sometime tomorrow night, are the best of 11 legs. £20,000 to the winner. And can Brendan Dolan kick off with a perfect maximum? Well, very unfortunate there. It was in and out.
That third dart certainly was in. I think it just caught the flights, and the point actually touched the treble 20, but not enough power to penetrate the board. So a 120. Yeah, you talked about Brendan Dolan won that tour event last year, beat Ricky Evans in the final. I remember watching every leg, and Ricky Evans was 3-1 up, and Brendan fired off 5 legs that were just unbelievable darts. As I said, sometimes the very slow throwers, people think they're winning matches because they're so slow and they put their opponent off. I can assure you these guys win matches because they're brilliant dart players.
Brendan Dolan coming here off the back of the World Championships at Alexander Palace, where he lost in the second round to Gary Anderson. Gary Anderson looked in devastating form this afternoon. He beat Glenn Spearing 6-0 in our second match on stage. Yes, wins not only for Gary Anderson, but Robert Thornton, Ian White, Mervyn King, Ronnie Baxter, Raymond van Barneveld, John Part and Jelle Klassen all won this afternoon to book their place in the third round tomorrow afternoon. Yes, a busy weekend packed into 3 days of these European Tour events. Third round day tomorrow afternoon, and then the quarter-final, the semi and the final tomorrow night. This is the first of 8 European Tour events, which will be streaming live throughout 2014. 5 of them in Germany. And as we've already said, and you can already hear back home, they really do love their darts in this country.
Well, Justin Pipe threw first in this leg. He backs up against the wall to hold on to the throw, but that leaves double 12. Perhaps I was talking a bit too quickly there. Perhaps he can hang on, and does. First leg of the match takes out the 141. When Brendan Dolan was sitting on 41, he would have been thinking, I'm going to get 2 darts at a double. You don't expect that in the first leg, but certainly that would have put Justin Pipe on a high.
Yes, a great start for Pipe. Following on from his 6-3 win last night, the last game on against Richie Burnett. The crowd cheering every one of Justin's darts in, but he won't be fazed by that, especially wearing his earplugs. And likewise, Brendan Dolan, another player who rarely shows too much emotion on the stage, just gets on with his game in his own time. Man from Belcoo in Northern Ireland.
Yeah, 2 of the nice guys. You won't see any gamesmanship. I mean, I was going to say you won't see any slowing up in this match, but they're slow enough already. But I mean, Brendan Dolan here, he is one of the likeable chaps. He seems to be what I would say is typical Irish, to be quite honest. Gets on with everybody, a lovable, jovial character.
And the winner of this match will play the winner of the last match on stage tonight, Paul Nicholson up against Stuart Kellett. Another one of the matches we're looking forward to tonight. Really is a cracking Saturday night of darts we have in store for you.
Yeah, as you said, we had a cracking afternoon, and certainly it is a cracking evening. Notable performances this afternoon for me was Gary Anderson. I thought he was blistering form. Raymond van Barneveld beating Dave Chisnell. And Ronnie Baxter again turned up, and from being well down at one time, you know, got the form that he had yesterday when he had the exceptional spell on the dartboard. So a great afternoon, and I think tonight will match that.
So a good chance for the Northern Irishmen to bring us back all square at one apiece. 14 for double 16.
Right on the wire. Well, Justin Pipe's already taken out 141 for that first leg. This should be a mere stroll in the park compared to that 141. He rather had that dart below the treble, and that's why. Justin Pipe, the way he throws his darts, to get the perfect guide, he needs it laying just below the treble 20, and then he can bounce it in, but that was a bit high, covered up half of it. But Brendan Dolan comes back for that 32. He put the first dart he had at it very close. He's moving up to the 8s. That's why this combination is so good. It's only a little bus ride up the road from the double 16, and well, you don't see Brendan Dolan give darts away too often on the doubles, but he's let Justin Pipe in.
And he could be made to pay. With the form Justin Pipe has been in recent months, it's not something you want to do very often. Double top then. Another good marker if he can just slide underneath. We're getting closer.
It's ironic he takes out a 141 and then misses 3 clear darts. I think the second one was actually too close. It was laying on the wire and the flight and the stem covered it up. But Dolan now having to chase across to the 4s. Oh, that's a long way off, now down to the 2s. And every now and again we get a leg like this. It doesn't matter how good the players are, it does happen now and again. But Justin Pipe to hold on to his throw and take a 2-0 lead. Done exactly that. The first match of the evening here at the German Dance Championship. Justin Pipe 2-0 up against Brendan Dolan.
And Brendan will certainly be ruining those missed chances of a double, allowing Pipe in, and eventually Pipe did say thank you very much to go 2-0 up. And another great start to the third leg.
Well, that last leg would have upset Brendan obviously more than Justin. Justin would have felt, well, I've nicked it, although it was my throw. And Brendan has got to forget about it, because I've said many times that you start worrying about a leg that you should have won and lost, before you know it, you've lost the next leg as well.
Yes, forget about it once the callers shouted game shot. Forget about it and wipe the slate clean and start again. Next up on stage, the number 9 seed Wes Newton up against Dirk van Dijvenbode. I'll have another crack at that. I was distracted by Justin Pipe there, going for a maximum. Dirk van Dijvenbode. That's better. The Dutchman from the Hook of Holland, one of the European Tour qualifiers who took part in the qualifying event here on Thursday night to make it through to the main competition.
That's a better guide for Justin Pipe. Now he can get to the treble 20 from there. Exactly what he's done. Double 12. Oh, a double 12 it is. He took out 141 in the first leg and takes out 104 in the third. He's now 3-0 up. And this leg is an absolute must for Brendan Dolan if it's to stay in this match and to stay in the championships, I believe. He just cannot afford to go 4-0 down.
We saw the number 2 seed Dave Chisnell knocked out by Raymond van Barneveld this afternoon. Could we see the number 4 seed heading home as well here? Justin Pipe, a great start to this second round match.
Well, that's a good first start. Needs to follow it up. When a professional gets the first start in and it's so perfect, they're then disappointed when only a ton. Of course, the way Justin Pipe is playing, a ton is not enough.
Well, bags of room to get a third one in there, but can't quite do it, Dolan.
One of the few stray darts on scoring that Pipe's had in this match so far. But it's opened the door up for Dolan to hang on to his throw. He's going to get 6 darts from 201. May get 9 darts. He needs to hit 1 treble, which he's done. No, I thought the second dart was in.
So he will be back to take out 142. In an attempt to stem the flow and halt the man from Taunton in Somerset.
Well, that was a good angle there, Mike, to show the dart and how long the points are on Justin Pipe's darts, because they are a lot longer than standard. And the reason for that, it brings the actual barrel away from the dartboard. Less chance of a deflection when the dart actually goes into the board. If you throw a big bulbous dart, the further you can keep it away from the board, the less deflection that you'll have when the others are coming into
it. So he took out a 141 in the opening leg. Can he go one better with a 164? Not this time. So Dolan will be back for double 16 to make it 3-1 in this first to 6 leg match.
Well, Dolan yet hit a double. He's missed his double 16. In the second leg, finally hits the double 16 and puts a leg on the board. That will settle him down a little bit. But he knows he's got to break the throw of Pipe. And that is absolutely perfect from Justin Pipe. He'll just lay Well, if you can lay this dart on that flight of the first dart, it will go in the treble 20. And that's exactly what he's done. A lot of people think that they're actually aiming for the treble 20, which they are, but they're also using the deflection of flights. They deliberately use the flights and the stems of other darts for deflections. Like Brendan Dolan hit, well, that's unlucky. It happened in the first leg. He hit the barrels, perfectly hit the barrels. It should come down, but it just took off a little bit of the speed, so it couldn't go into the dartboard. But that was another treble 20 on the floor.
Pipes averaged 5 points ahead of Dolan early on in this game. Justin Pipe breaking through in the last couple of years onto the PDC big time, making it into the world's top 10 last year, reaching 6 quarterfinals in what was a great year to further push on and consolidate his place in the top 16. Brendan Dolan announcing himself onto the world stage with that World Grand Prix win in Dublin that we mentioned back in 2011.
Do you know the ironic thing about that, Mike? Literally a week or 2 weeks before that, he was going to pack up the circuit. You know, things were getting a bit tough. You know, the economy in Ireland really fell, you know, through the floor, and it was getting tough for him. But all of a sudden he does that in the Grand Prix, and he had a good run in the Tour events just before the Grand Prix, and he hasn't looked back since. Well, if you're wondering why Justin Pipe, when he picks his darts out of the board, always puts his right hand in his right pocket, he's got a little bit of wax in there, or chalk, that he rubs on his darts and then puts it back in his pocket. It's just all about grip, making sure you've got a nice firm grip on the dart. Phil Taylor used to have wax in his pocket. Keith Deller uses chalk. But Justin looks like a bit of wax.
Yes, could always tell when Keith Deller had been on the board with the chalk around the treble 20 area. But don't tend to see that quite so much these days. I think wax tends to be more favoured. Pipe wanting...
Well, Keith Deller was covered in it. He put so much... I mean, he just sit there for minutes and minutes putting chalk on his darts, and you shook his hand and you always had a handful of... So before you played Keith Deller, you never shook hands. Well, that's ironic. Wanted the 25 and it's the bullseye. Now it's 7. Double 4 and another dart miss. So a chance here for Pipe to hang on for the throw and to go 4-1 up.
Yes, double 4 for 4-1. And Brendan Dolan struggling to keep up with Justin Pipe at the moment. And will really need to hold his throw and then hope that he can get a break. But if Justin just carries on doing what he's been doing, he should get over the line with 2 more legs needed. And then await the winner of Paul Nicholson against Stuart Kellett.
Well, you can see in Brendan's expression there that he's not happy with the ton. He knows the way Justin Pipe is playing. He could literally fire in a 140 and a 180 and steal the leg.
So all square after 6 darts apiece in this 6th leg.
Well, a chance here for Pipe to get some advantage. Previous 3 darts were 140. And he needs another one now. Oh, and he's hit the first one in the treble, so he will be looking for the 140 plus. Well, I said, I think a minute ago, 140, 180 can steal the leg. And that's exactly what he has done. I've got my crystal ball up here, Mike.
It's Mystic Rod in the commentary box tonight, but that a real sucker punch to Brendan Dolan. And a 1-2-1. Dolan did keep on his heels there to leave himself 141. He wants the ball, does Pipe.
96.
Well, Pipe took this out in the very first leg of the match, and Dolan is going to have to take this out. I can't see Pipe missing 2 darts at a double in returns, but he's not going to do it now. So Pipe comes back to go 1 leg from a win and go forward to Sunday's play. The 9 for double 8. Double 8 it is. And now Pipe 5 legs to 1 up over the Irishman Brendan Dolan. And well, we've seen some great comebacks over the time, but Brendan Dolan's going to have to break Justin Pipe 3 times now, which is perhaps a task beyond him.
Yeah, Justin Pipe throwing first here. One leg away from victory. Next up, Wes Newton, waiting in the wings against Dirk the Dutchman. I think that's what we'll call him for the rest of the night.
I think that's a good idea. Well, this is a good performance from Justin Pipe. Although he's still got to win 1 more leg to win the match, and there is possibilities, no question that Brendan Dolan can come back from this. They've all got the ability to do it. And with darts like that, it gives him a chance. Can he fill it up?
140.
This Haller 39 arena holds about 3,000 people, and I'd say we're pretty close to capacity. People standing either side of the aisles, down alongside the tables in the auditorium, looking to get a view of the stage and the big screens either side so they can catch every moment of the action.
140.
And they're in for a treat tonight, that's for sure, with these 8 second round matches.
Well, this is an exceptional leg from Justin Pipe. 3 140s on the trot. But he needed to do this four legs ago. Well, this would be for a breaker throw. And it's still a mighty task for this man, Brendan Dolan. Doesn't need to go to bullseye route, so he'll go treble 10. We'll stay down there for another big 15. Sets it up.
Good pressure there by Pipe on Dolan, but he wants double 16 straight in, and so 5-2 now. Dolan with the throw in this leg, and who knows, if it was to get back to 5-3, would one or two doubts maybe start creeping into Justin Park's mind?
Yes, I think so, and especially if this is a good leg. I mean, that was a nice tidy leg from Dolan, under 15 darts or 13 darts, and if he can throw a 15 and under leg here, and Pipe will know that, he'll think, well, now Dolan's on a run, I've got to be careful. But what Justin Pipe mustn't do is go, well, Brendan Dolan's throwing first, so it don't matter if I don't win this leg, because I throw next. No, because you put yourself on a little bit of a back foot, you might not be able to get to the front foot. Well, I think that may have answered that question.
Any doubts may just have been erased. Kicking off the 8th leg with a maximum. And here's Dolan responding. The second one was just above the treble bed.
Well, the stats say we're having a good game. Pipe on the 97 to 95 Dolan. The first 9 darts are pretty good. It's in the mid-range, 112 plus is brilliant. Below 100 is not going to be good enough, but that's mid-range.
So good thinking there by Dolan to go down to the 19s, leaves himself with the biggest outshot of all, 170. And Dolan will get 6 darts at it, you would have thought. Well, Justin Pipe kicked off this game with a 1-4-1 outshot to win the first leg. He would love to wrap up the match with a 1-3-6 here. He wants double 8 for the match. It would bring the roof off here at the Haller 39 Arena, and he does so. A 1-3-6 outshot. Another quality performance from Justin Pipe.
Ein starkes 136er Finish
He'll
zum
play the
Abschluss
Stuart
dieser
Kellett or
Partie.
Paul Nicholson
Justin
are last
Pipe
on stage
steht
tonight.
im Achtelfinale.
Coming up next here though,
Spielt einen
Wes Newton
98er, 3 Darts
up against the
Average.
Dutchman, Dirk van Dijvenbode.